I'm turning this singular Rouble into a Red Rebel. And this is how. Starting with a single Rouble, I convinced a player to trade it for an item they had found. A toolkit. Slowly, over the next few raids, I traded over and over until I was fed up and decided to play the market for a bit. All that was done in part 1 and 2, where I made a total of 1.8 million Roubles. Now, I need a couple of 100,000 more Roubles for a Red Rebel, and I've got a new strategy to obtain it. Oh, by the way, here are the rules. Rule number 1. All profit must come from the Rouble.
And I want to just trade an item you have in your founding raid for the 1 Rouble I have on me. Oh my god, thank you so much. That item's sold, so now we are on 116,000 Roubles.
Rule number 2. I cannot leave the map unless it's on shoreline, making my way from ground zero all the way to shoreline to escape from Tarkov. Rule number 3. I cannot kill any players I meet, only AI scavs. Rule number 4. I can only take items out after I escape from Tarkov.
Okay, so we are back the next day, or next few days later. So far, we have made 1.8 million with a little bit of change. Not too bad. So now I have a plan, a change of tactics as it were. Most of the rules are not going to be changing at all, except for one particular rule that I've been following somewhat, and that is the looting the map. Now, I had mentioned in the first episode that would change a little bit, so this is what it's changing to. I am now going to suffer even more by restraining myself to no PvP or no PvP at all, whether it be player or scav. I have to be friendly. Only allowing myself to kill AI scavs, but I'm allowed to loot them only. I can grab whatever I want on the map now. I'm removing the no looting the map rule. I grab whatever I want on the map, but in place of that, I am now going to be doing a marathon. Starting out, as you can guess, on ground zero. Making my way through each and every map, one by one, and only when I get out on the last map can I then sell the items and hope I make enough to buy myself a Red Rebel. Last time I checked, it was around 2.3 million. I will check once again at the very end of this first survival of the marathon. So let's go.
With the rules set up, let's get started, shall we? So to begin with, this challenge is quite tough. In some raids, I died almost immediately. Sometimes on the second or third map. But where this challenge gets very difficult is when I've made my way through map after map, ground zero, streets, interchange, customs, all the way to lighthouse or shoreline just to get killed. But all of that aside, we gotta complete a full run and escape from Tarkov to cash in on all the items I found and get a Red Rebel. So let's take it back.
Okay, let's go. About to spawn in here now. So we're 1.8 million. I need about 400k, I think. And then it's the 200k to get to 2 million. So
spawning in on ground zero just outside the Terror Group building towards the Emercom extract, I immediately began to loot the area, looking for a better gun, meds, armor, and most importantly, loot.
Weapon? Level 5 plays. If I can find an amber to use with it. Sells really well. I'll take it. Sells for like 70k, I think.
So far, grabbing a bunch of loot I had found around, I was beginning to run out of space for items to pick up. Normally, I'd find scavs near the terror group building, but this time, the area was eerily quiet.
That's over at the extract. Has the car already been taken? Yeah. So someone spawned here, came around and took the car just to get the XP. That item is worth 30k.
I really needed to find a scav to kill, as without additional space to work with, and a better gun, armor and meds, this run would be much more difficult than it should be. Luckily, finding a dead scav, I was able to secure some basic protection and increase our inventory capacity.
Any gun on the ground, perchance? Nope. Would be nice. Good anyway. Someone out front here. So this is the same scav, I guess. There he is right there. Is that at me? I guess.
With scavs nearby, I decided to lure them into a close quarters fight, a CQB situation where my pistol would give me the upper hand.
I hope I can lure them in here. He's about to kick this door down, I think. I feel like there's somebody around here. That was one of them. There's two of them.
With 2 quick kills, I grabbed what I could off these guys before running into another scav. Killing him, this triggered a scav spam, attracting a bunch of roaming scavs nearby to come and attack me. Luckily this happened, as one of these guys actually had a fairly decent Uzi.
Oh. Okay. He killed a PMC. Fine. Then I don't need these anymore. Do this. Use all. Question is, where's the PMC's body? Well, I've got most of the stuff, but I would like to see if he has armor or a backpack. AP 6.3 as well. Ooh, lovely. A bigger backpack. Ooh, lovely. Oh, that's this guy. Nice. Oh, lovely. He just died. Pretty decent kit. Happy with this. Let's get out. Gotta survive. This is cursed. Just gotta hope there's nobody behind me in here now.
Loading the map, my game crashed and caused me to spawn in late. A PMC had pushed towards my spawn and attempted to kill me, shooting me from behind. I was lucky to escape. On top of this, the weight of my gear was really causing a lot of grief, causing me to need to stop and recover stamina a lot more than desirable. But slowly, I made my way past one of the most dangerous areas on streets and into construction.
Don't come this way. That was a scav, I think.
Meeting a scav and hearing gunshots as I began to make my way through construction, I wanted to keep my looting to a minimum and pass through this area as quick as possible. But then, hearing more gunshots in the direction I was heading worried me.
I swear I heard someone. Thinking I might go underground. Wait a second to see if it's shooting over there. You just play this safe. It's underground there, by the way. Would like to go through here, but you get into that building over there if I can.
Making my way towards the Concordia building and using it to pass through towards the courtyard where the transit extract and crash site extracts are, we continued to beeline our way towards the extract to essentially get off the Streets of Tarkov map ASAP.
I want to recover stamina, so I have full stamina to do this. Nice, good progress. So my next plan is interchange customs reserve, lighthouse, shoreline, extract. Okay, I'm really hoping I get a good spawn here that I can manage. My plan is to go underground here, cross over to there, and then up there. Not even gonna loot. Last raid didn't go so well, so I don't even want to bother this raid.
With a decent spawn allowing me to immediately enter the underground parking on the interchange, I wanted to focus more on progressing through the maps, instead of looting this raid. I had some success before on interchange and streets, but I found that wasting a ton of time looting and risking my PMC's life entering higher traffic areas was not worth it.
Making good progress so far. We've been able to cross most of the underground without being heard nor hearing anything. Mind you, me just saying that is probably just jinxed us. So, yeah. I want to recover some stamina before I head out of here though. There was like a weird shimmering on that truck and I thought it was a person. It scared the shit out of me, to be honest. I was like, hardly is there someone coming up here. I think this down here is a good area to be because we can just line of sight to our right here by just proning and just crawling along here to grab stamina.
Ignoring all loot on the map, I wanted to get to the extract ASAP. With many maps still ahead of me and a decent chunk of loot already in our inventory, it would not be worth the risk of looting. So far I had found that most of my deaths occurred on interchange or streets. Getting to the extract was my number one priority.
I think that's the two most difficult maps. This puts us on customs and hopefully we get a decent spawn to basically transition instantly to reserve. And once we're on reserve, I find that should be grand. You just gotta hope for decent spawns now. That's literally it. We get a couple of decent spawns in a row, we're sailing. Okay. Oh. Interesting. This is not too bad. Could be worse, obviously. But it allows us to basically move straight away.
With a fairly decent spawn on the far side of the map from where we wanted to extract.
Shots in dorms, okay. Think there's people killing scavs probably.
Beginning to cross the map, avoiding the high traffic areas like dorms, from which we could hear gunshots, nades, and a lot of activity, followed by more gunshots incoming from construction and the scav base. I made my way through brush, between field and fortress of asphalt, walled high against the road.
Well, the only question is, am I going too fast? I don't exactly want to run into people either.
Slowing our progress to a halt as we progress whenever traversing a new area.
Sniper, I think.
And making a bolt to avoid contact whenever in danger.
Bro, he's still shooting at me, what the fuck? It's crazy because I'm so far away, like. Gone through many different bushes at this point and stuff.
Crossing the railroad, descending the divot, and rising with the land as we made our way to the radio tower in hopes of finding loot to fill the last slots in our inventory.
Here's to getting something.
Unfortunately, this spot is often travelled by those who spawn in this area, so not much loot was left for me to scavenge.
My guess is someone has been up here and has looted it. Well, the person who spawned up here, probably. That's my best option. Just need to fill up one slot now on the rest of the map, I think. I do need to go through my inventory, make sure everything is good though.
Making our way towards the extract, we had only 3 more maps to go to complete this challenge.
Okay, now we're getting onto reserve. Reserve, lighthouse, shoreline, extract. So I had a crash, but we're back. Quite late into the raid, surprised I'm not dead, to be honest. But this is good, because now I can probably circulate all the way around safely.
Spawning in late and surviving the first few minutes where we were most vulnerable was actually a good thing for us, as this meant that people were no longer in their spawns and were no longer a great threat to us.
So I'm going to try and do that. That's scary.
After a close call, nearly running into a team of 2 PMCs who surprisingly didn't try to kill me. Continuing our way across the map and making our way to the back of the train station, close to the transit to Lighthouse, we were engaged by and eliminated a scav.
That was close on, but we got him. That's all that matters. Nice. So it's lighthouse. Let's hope we get a good spawn. Shoreline and out. I really hope we get a decent spawn here. This is not too bad. It's not amazing, but we can work with it.
Spawning in on Lighthouse, we were already further along the map, closer than ever before to the transit to Shoreline. Making our way to the chalet, we heard a noise, a fabled bush rustle. Being out in the open and without knowing this be scav or PMC, free to kill or a trigger to reset our progress, losing the 1.8 million we had made so far, I made a run for it, to try and hide and wait, to recover stamina before making a bolt to get out of this area ASAP.
I heard someone down there. I don't trust that it's not a PMC, so.
Continuing to pass through this area, this time knowing there's a PMC nearby, I wanted to just get past this guy, through this area, unscathed.
Someone's fighting scavs down there. I think it's player, gearless player. Got a Mosin, like. Oh, this is bad. This is not a gearless player. Ooh-wee. I got my heart rate going.
Coming so close to running into a PMC who was running around and jumping from rock to rock like a monkey, I wanted to wait for some time once again to recover stamina.
Hope I don't regret throwing that there.
When ready, I made a run for it, hoping this guy was not watching for where I went, to shoot me in the back as I made my way to the extract.
Question is, where's the transfer? Like, how much closer is it? Okay, one more map. One more map to go. If I get a decent spawn, I don't know if I have to wait 7 minutes or if I get a run through. I don't really mind if I get a run through, to be honest. Alright, let's go. Last map I need to get through. Now, I don't care how I play this, I just need to survive. So, interesting.
With the only goal this raid, to survive, and with a decent spawn near the tunnel extract, this meant that I would now be able to head to the path to the lighthouse extract when I was ready.
Maybe I'll just waste some time here.
But before that, I wanted to wait a while for other PMCs who spawned in the area to make their moves and allow me to progress an unorthodox path around the edge of the map safely.
Let all the players run around, do their thing for a minute or two. Alright, I'm gonna try and make a move. See how this goes.
Wasting a couple of minutes in this area, I began to sprint and crawl my way towards the extract. Sprinting off my stamina bar and crawling to recover it.
$18 seconds.
Waiting in a bush for the last few seconds before making the last sprint into the extract.
There we go. Don't want to interact. Get up to here and thrown out right here. And that's it. We have now... Holy man! We've completed every single map, one after the other. Got 13,000 EXP. Nice. And what's most important, didn't kill a single player or player scav. Started with a pistol, got out with a bunch of stuff.
And so, this journey across Tarkov, each map a battlefield, each step a gamble with death, was now over. From ground zero to customs, reserve to shoreline, we braved every corner, every dark alley, every sniper's perch, dodging PMC and scav ambushes, looting anything we could carry. A PMC here, a scav there. Each encounter pushing us closer to the extract. Piece by piece, we fought, scrambled, and survived, dragging what we could back to the stash. Every close call, every lucky escape, all led to this. Now all that blood, all that risk, it comes down to selling. One last push on the flea market to raise the funds I need.
Let's collect our money. Ooh, we made more than $1 million, by the way. Lol. And we still have some more to collect. And now we purchase the Red Rebel ice pick.
The Red Rebel ice pick my ticket to a way out, to a new approach to the chaos of Tarkov. The Red Rebel waits, as Tarkov has let me live long enough to claim it.